My name is Ruvarashe Mutsinze, and I am a 23-year-old UZ student, almost done, and I have a fashion brand.
Tell me a bit more about your brand and the core ethos or unique vision behind your brand.
Okay, my brand is called Planet Avur, and it's based on 3 aspects that I actually love, which is art, recycling, and reimagining basic things we know.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. That sounds like a lot, but hey, I'm not a designer, so of course it would, right? Beyond design and the pieces that we see, some of them behind you right now, what key problem or need does your brand solve?
Okay. First, I was an artist, proper artist, full-on canvas artist, and then I struggled with selling art, but when I transitioned to fashion, I tried merging that art aspect into my brand, and it was easier to sell clothes and actually market my stuff because now my art is not just hanged somewhere. Someone is walking around with it. That's a walking ad right there. So that was one problem that I kind of solved for myself. And I think any other artist who's into art can do that. Also, I also do recycling. Some of my collections are based on like clothes from home that we're not wearing, or just clothes I get from Bari or anything like that. And then you recycle that and it turns into something really new. So we're actually kind of upcycling and making new stuff out of old stuff.
Yes.
So the other problem we're solving is the whole having clothes that are not being used anymore, and we're bringing new life into those products. Like you have an old dress that you're no longer wearing it, we flip it, make it a top and a skirt or something totally different that you can wear now, and it's something new. And the third aspect that we're actually like trying to solve is mass production. Our products are made per order and they are custom, so they fit well, and also we're not overproducing.
It sounds so intentional in terms of even when you spoke about like the personal aspect where it's like I get to market my art, right?
Yes.
You didn't have to abandon one of your dreams to like pursue another one. So I really, really love that aspect of things. Let's talk about the Creative DNA program. You were recently announced as one of the grant seed recipients. So congratulations for that, by the way.
Thank you.
I would ask you, how has the Creative DNA program impacted Planet Avur as a brand, and then how has it impacted Ruva on a personal level?
Well, I think it has helped me grow. We can start off with the Creative DNA shows that they heard initially. That actually showed me that I can actually pursue being a designer as a full-time thing and actually grow, because you could see Zimbabweans who have full-on fashion brands and they're actually thriving within their lane. And like, I felt like I could do this. You can take over the world once you see someone doing something that you love. Also, when we started doing the lessons, you actually start to learn about the business side of being a creative, which was something that I had completely overlooked. And it's something that you actually need if you do want to survive in the industry. So I learned a lot through that program. And the mentors, we actually like met some amazing people who are in the industry. I remember there was Matthew. His story like moved me. I never felt like so motivated in my life. After Matthew's mentorship program, I was set.
Part of the process is obviously, you're going to be grant recipients. That's like funding, of course, right? How do you feel that this significant milestone, is going to empower the brand going forward?
Well, it's gonna help me grow in terms of machinery. I only used to have like the normal straight sewing machine, and now you can actually branch out to having things that are essential, like an overlocker. You also like have to leave all that stuff behind where you just make clothes and you don't overlook, because it makes your product look cheap, and now it actually has like a fine finish and it looks more proper. Now you can sell it to someone. It's actually more marketable because it looks better. And besides the machinery part, I'm still starting out as a designer, and my sewing skills are not the best. They're like YouTube based type stuff. But I also want to branch out into something that's more professional looking. So having lessons through that grant can help me further my skills.
What do you feel, just going forward? Where do you envision Planet Avur in the next, maybe let's say 1 to 3 years, give or take?
Okay, in 1 to 3 years, probably I will have like a huge base where everyone who loves art and crazy fashion or even just minimalistic stuff can just come and gather around. Because I want to have 3 things within my brand. I would like to have a collectibles section where it's just art and fashion. So anyone who loves art and fashion, they can find their place there. And also, my ready-to-wear stuff, it should be something that's like accessible to everyone. Because I sometimes look at these fashion brands, I'm like, I really like this, but also it's not within my price range.
Yep.
I would like to make something that almost anyone can afford, and that would be amazing. So yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Godspeed. I'm sure like you take some of those boxes very soon. Let's talk big picture, because like we were talking before we started filming this, and we were talking about your work doesn't exist in isolation. It doesn't exist solely for you. There's customers like myself who get to interface with it. There's a broader market, and then there's a whole ecosystem of like fashion designers, models, etc., who bring all this work to life, right? How do you see your brand contributing to the broader fashion ecosystem in Zimbabwe in terms of the growth of that fashion ecosystem?
Well, I think my brand brings something, a fresh perspective of what fashion design is. I haven't really met a lot of designers who paint on their clothes. I have met a lot of designers who do crazy work with upcycling and all that jazz. So it's something new that not only artists or designers can, but anyone who's just interested in art can like the art and the fashion. So now we're bringing people who like art and people who like fashion to like one thing.
To one place,
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. I hear it. And I'm going to ask you if, I come up to you, I'm like, man, I want to design. I've seen you do all of these things because if I'm not mistaken, you've been showcasing since 2023, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's when I came across your work first. 2023 or 24?
2023.
Yeah,
I started showcasing at the Skating Stop Ruvarashe Fabric Party.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's the one.
That's what introduced me to the whole economy of a community of fashion in Harare. I was actually surprised that there's a whole community because I come from Arundera. Literally no one does that. It's so basic, and when you come here and you find there's like a whole new world. It's actually it's wild.
Yeah. So the thing I was going to ask you is, you've been actually actively working and putting out your work in these spaces for quite a while now, right? Given your journey so far, what is one piece of advice you would offer to an aspiring designer who's looking to make a mark in the industry?
Well, I think what you can do is just surround yourself with people who like what you're doing. Doesn't necessarily have to be just models. You can surround yourself with designers, models, people who are into photography. It's just like someone who has a dream and is actively chasing that. Because once you see someone trying to chase something, you also think, wow, I can also chase my dream.
If your brand were a song, what would it be and why that song in particular?
Ooh. I think it would be Welcome to My World. There's this song by Aespa. It's a Korean girl group. They have a song called Welcome to My World. I think Planet Ever is a bit diverse because with every collection I make, it's a whole new world. And I feel like since it's a planet, we can look at Earth as an example. We have so many people, and so many people have so many different designs, so many different styles. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's a crazy world of design and creativity that's just limitless.
We're stepping into your world.
Yeah.
And how would you describe Planet Eva if I'm limiting it to just 3 words?
It's art, upcycling, and reimagining.
Art, upcycling, reimagining. Okay, I love that. I'll ask you one question before I let you go, Ruva. What's one thing people might not know about being a fashion designer in Zim?
If you don't work smart, you'll be broke and hungry. You'll create and you won't get anywhere.
Yeah.
But if you work smart and you surround yourself with the right people, you get places.
What do we mean when we're saying working smart? Could you like put me on? Maybe I'm trying my hand at designing soon.
Oh, you're trying your hand at designing?
Yeah.
Okay. You as a designer, you actually have to actively try to get into programs that actually help you grow. Nonetheless, you actually benefit from those.
Yeah.
Rather than just creating for yourself and not actually actively pursuing anything greater than what you're currently doing. You will not grow if you just keep to yourself and you just say, I'm a designer, but you're not actually trying to get places or trying to showcase your work. Because the moment you showcase, someone's going to see you and they're going to take you places sometimes.
Yeah.
Or maybe they're just going to see you and just appreciate your stuff.
Validate the work.
Yeah, you just need to put yourself out there.
Okay, thank you so much, Ruva. It's been a pleasure having you. I think you're working on some really interesting, things, and I wish you all the best on your journey.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for sharing with us.